So I have taken a motorbike from the hotel and I'm going to Abomi Calavi to take another motorbike to Ganvie. So guys, come with me. Let's go. It is actually safe to ride on their motorbike since they take precautionary measures. They are very careful on the road and you have a helmet, so you need not to worry. But if you know you cannot sit on a bike, you need to pick a taxi, and that's more convenient. The only thing is that if you're on a budget-friendly trip, then you'd have to do more of bikes than taxis. But if you know you can afford the taxis, you can just go in for the taxis. One of the main reasons for taking a bike was because I needed to beat traffic. If I had taken a vehicle, there are traffic zones which would have delayed me. And I felt the bike was faster, which was actually faster, so I went with the bike. But if you do not mind, you can set off early and then go with a taxi, which will cost you about, I think 15,000 safer. Yes, because initially I called a driver to pick me up and he mentioned 30,000 safer, and then he came down to 15,000 safer, and he said he was going to wait for me. When I'm done, he brings me back. But I didn't also like the idea, because if I had something doing, it means I had to stop whatever I had doing and go back with the car, because I just can't let him wait for that long. So I just decided to go with the motorbike to avoid all that. I'm halfway through my journey and I'm almost there, but I decided to pass through Université de Abomi Calavi. I was here in the year 2010 with the University of Ghana basketball team. We're here for a tournament and it was one of our fond memories. I remember when they used to give us food in the dining hall, and their chicken was so big that we used to think it was vulture meat. So we could not eat it, and then we found this very beautiful lady who could really cook. So we used to go and buy her food. Her name is Alima. So I wanted to go through this gate initially, but because the motor rider did not understand me much, he used the next gate and I couldn't really find my way. I wanted to go and surprise her because I really wanted to see her once again, and it's been many years. It's been 14 years. So I decided to go into the university, and we're trying to find out from the people where we could locate the canteen where she used to be. But you can tell that for 14 years there have been a lot of changes. So upon asking the people, most of them do not speak English, so it was quite difficult to get information from them. So eventually we just had to leave because time wasn't on my side, and I had plans of going to other places, so I didn't find her, but hopefully another time I would. But if you've been to this university and you know her, please do let me know if she's still around. There's a market right at the entrance of Ganvie, and Ganvie is located in Abomi, not so far from the university. And you cannot just take a local canoe into the place. When I got to the place, you know, the motor rider, I noticed what the locals normally do is when you pick a bike, they start telling the locals at the place or your destination what you are there to do. So they start giving you so much pressure. So one elderly man wanted to rip me off and started mentioning 25,000 safer. I think it was more than that, a ridiculous amount. And luckily for me, I was saved by the tour guide, and he brought me here to come and register legally to be able to get a tour guide into the village. Guys, when you come here, you first need to come to this place to pay. If you don't come to this place and then the people around come to you, they will try to rip you off. They just try to rip me off.
Each person is supposed to pay 6,500 CFA to visit the Ganvie village for 1 hour and 30 minutes. But when I got here, my motor rider tried to speak to one of the natives, and then they said they were going to charge me 25,000 CFA, which is too much. So it became they started getting angry because I said I wasn't going to go with them, and it became rough. Everyone was talking, pulling me right here and there. And then luckily for me, one of the attendants at the place, when you enter right through the gate, they are to your left, he showed up and then he asked me to come. And fortunately he speaks English, so he was able to explain everything to me, and that this is how much we pay. They will take you to the village and back for 6,500, and that is what you are supposed to pay. You are not supposed to pay anything more, and you are not supposed to pay anything less. 6,500 from the land to the village, and then from the village back to the land is 6,500 CFA. On a more serious note, you have to be very attentive here.
You need to go to the village with a tour guide that will give you life jackets, and they will tell you the history of the place. It's safer that way.
So we are giving life jackets.
Where are you born?
We are wearing our life jackets now.
I'm on the canoe with people who speak French, but it was interesting, and the tour guide can speak both English and French. So when he speaks to them in French and he's done, he speaks to me in English. It was funny, but we understood each other, so that was good. I understand they are supposed to have a festival on the 24th of August. So these kids are rehearsing for the festival. And one small boy just hopped onto our boat to dance, and then they took all our money. Just kidding, it's a joke. Yeah, but it was fun. I think he's dancing Agbaja. And Agbaja is danced in Ghana by the Ewa tribe. And I see that they also dance Agbaja in Togo, and this is Benin. And that's quite interesting. This looks like Agbaja though, and I'm sure it's adding its own style to it. I understand during the festival they do a lot of water sports, and it's very interesting. I really wish I'll be around to partake in it, but unfortunately I wouldn't be able to. And this particular village we are going to right now is the biggest in Africa, and it has about 4,000 people in the village, and that's really amazing. Their main occupation is fishing, fish farming. The Ganvie village was founded in the year 1717. And they migrated from Togo, a town called Ajatado, because of the slaves in the trying to escape. So they fled and came to Benin. When they got to this place, they saw this water and they could not cross. So their forefathers had to conjure some spirits to help them cross and find themselves in a safe space to avoid being taken as slaves to the Western world.
About the mass, just as long time in Africa.
Pardon?
About the mass, about the history of mass. Just as long time in Africa, people of Africa don't have a passport biometric.
So I can take a video of you.
Yes, if you want.
Okay, can you speak up louder?
Parlez
plus fort, huh?
As long time in Africa, people of Africa don't have a passport biometric, but they use a mask to clarify their identity. If you want to move to one kingdom to another kingdom, you must show a mask. About that one, people don't know where you come from.
Okay. So was it just for the people of Benin?
Yeah, for the people of Benin, we have that one.
So you wear this mask if I'm going to Nigeria?
They will know where you come from.
Okay.
It's like a clarification for identity.
So all these ones are for Benin or other countries?
Other country. We have for Benin, Burkina.
Show me Burkina,
Nigeria.
show me Nigeria.
Burkina, the oversight. This is from Benin.
This mask is from Benin?
Benin.
Okay.
This one direct to Ganvie because
Ganvie.
Ganvie was created in 1717.
The parrot.
It's on slave time. Okay. People are finding peace. It's the reason why they are afraid to come inside. But in that moment, they don't have canoe to cross the river. The king had used black power himself. They are mounted on the back for egg and crocodile to come inside.
Yeah.
But all those masks where they are breeding in Ganvie, they are putting egg in the front of the mask.
What?
This one.
What's that?
It's like an egg.
Egg. What?
Épervier. It's like an egg.
Egg.
Heavy.
Parrot.
Yes, parrot.
Okay. Okay. So these ones are all from. This is the Benin mask. So if I want to go to Nigeria, I put this one on to Nigeria. Yeah. If I want to go to Ghana, or if we didn't come to Ghana,
you go use that one. But when you go reach the border, people will know where you come from.
Ah.
These are, you have the art who refer to Ganvie. You have the house where people are building inside. It's like a wood, and the chaos only way people use to move inside. If you don't have it, you can't move.
Wow.
Over there we have the art who refer to history for that village.
The what?
Art who refer to history for that village. That one.
Okay. About the history of the place.
Yes.
That's nice. So how much is one going for?
This one? It's 12,000.
12,000. Wow. So guys, if you want to buy any of these artworks, it's 12,000 cedis. Can you? Is that the last price?
Last price. No,
so no.
The one is 24.
This one is 24,000.
No, big one.
The big one is 24,000 safer, and then the small ones are 12,000 safer. Yes, and no reduction. That's the last price. So when you come here, you can get any of these arts. They are very beautiful, as you can see. And this is also the menu for the restaurant. So just in case you are hungry and you want to eat, they have it right here. I don't know if you can see the prices. Chicken is 6,000, fish is 7,000, on and on and on.
Oh yeah. Let me feel some.
So they have these things. I now understand because
if someone come to visit, they buy the mad as present and they can come to visit.
They've put voodoo spirits inside this one.
If you buy it here, they have some person who can make ceremony and they can.
Oh, but this one they've not done any ceremony.
Yeah. They can put the spirit inside before you go use it in the house.
So this one is supposed to kill someone.
Yeah. So no, not to kill someone. If someone send you someone bad, he return it goes this one. You understand?
So if someone sends an evil arrow, they'll send it back to the person.
Yeah.
I see. And what about this one? This one is the same thing.
They do the same thing. The same thing.
Wow. That's nice. So guys, if you want to get any artwork, they have so many here. They have tie and dye batik. They didn't have a raft, they didn't have a canoe, they didn't have a boat, they had nothing. And they could not swim, they did not know how to swim. So it was a magic parrot that carried them across.
I understand
Tablecloth,
that
okay.
crocodiles
How many inside?
appeared,
8.
and
8
also
inside, and how
a
much?
parrot,
30,000.
and they were the
Pardon?
ones that helped them to
30,000.
cross over onto that side,
It's
and they
nice.
built their homes on silts in the water. They have a population of over 40,000 people there. They have schools, they have hospitals, they have entertainment places, I think they just live like everyone else that's on mainlands. What the amenities that we have access to, they also have access to that. And they also have electricity. And also, they have their markets on the water in their canoes. And it usually happens in the morning. They sometimes even sell
Can you hold
food
this? I want
on
to sit here.
canoes. And it's quite interesting. We came across some of them. You find kids as young as 2 years even swimming in that water. Isn't this amazing? I really learned a lot from this place, and it's a place that you must visit wherever you are across the world. This village is a place that you need to visit and learn their history and their tradition. It's quite interesting.
Oh, so this land. But this is the land. Hey. Is this the Catholic church?
No, the Celestial Church.
Ah.
Is it where they make the pots?
And they make it over here.
They make their own canoes, even the kids do it as well. They have
What's this?
access to clean
School.
drinking water.
It's nice.
So this is their primary school. They call Benin. It's very beautiful. I didn't expect to see this. But this is not the only school I was told. They have another school or other schools there. They have a speedboat for the hospital. There's an ambulance just in case they have cases, medical cases they can handle. They take you to other hospitals. Yeah, this is the prince. This is where the prince of Ganvie lives. They also, let's not forget, they have qualified doctors in this village. They come from the town to the village to work. Yeah, so we are done. So we are finally done, and we are going back to the shore where we came from. It took us about 8 kilometers to get to the Ganvie village. We're going back since we are against the current. We are going to spend more time going back to the shore. This has really been an interesting one. If you want to come to this place, I think the motor cost me 1,500 CFA from Cotonou, the capital, and it cost me 6,500 CFA to go to the Ganvie village and back. So in all, I spent 8,000 CFA, and I think that was cool. I didn't buy food, but if you'd like to buy food, you need to budget more than that. Going back, I was able to bargain well back to where I came from for 1,000 CFA, and I was so proud of myself. But at the end of the day, it all depends on you and how much you want to spend. If you're not on a budget-friendly trip, then it means you can budget more than what I did for my trip. We are finally here, and it's been an interesting journey, and we learned a lot about this village. There are so many people living there, and they've been living there for so many years, and it's amazing how they live. This is a place you need to visit because you need to learn a lot from these people. Anyways, thanks for sticking with me through to the end of this video. If you haven't liked this video or subscribed, please do well to do so. And if this is your first time, please leave a comment below. And I promise to give you more interesting content. And if you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much for always sticking through with me. and coming along on our journeys. Thank you so much, and I love you for all the support. See you in the next video. Thank you.